It's a book with characters with complex motivations, desires, fears, hopes, dreams. And it's a book which is a lot about change. It's about fighting demons, both inner as well as the demons which are real, the ones in human form. And at the epicenter of that change is the unlikeliest man of them all, Connor White. A man who is long given in to cynicism, a man who is long given into pessimism, but he is not a cynic, mind you. He is someone who fights a daily battle against cynicism, but he loses simply because he does not believe that he can win. And there are only two things that are keeping Connor fighting even now, and those were his wife and his writing.
I was absolutely charmed by young Varun when he stood up to say that when I was young. You know, how much younger young man. I think it's very charming that you should imagine that you were young at one time, but I think you're young now and you'll continue to remain young for a very long time. What is fascinating to me is the fact that you have written a very accomplished book at such a young age. And it's marvelous to see that, because for me it represents the birth of a new writer. Because you know, it's not often that you get to see anybody writing a novel at the age of 18. It's quite extraordinary. And just the idea that you have written so many words and created a narrative, you created a whole story that has many dimensions to it, not simply the dimension of telling a story, which you are telling anyway, but the fact that it has the interiority of a person, it has the exterior world, it has ideas, it has frustrations, worry, fear, all the elements that go to make a person's life. I think that is what is absolutely fascinating about the book. And I would like actually for you to, for everybody here, to buy this book and read it, because it's a work of a young author who you will hear a great deal more of as the years go by. And that is a very important aspect of it all. And what delights me more than anything else is that we live in the same building. And you know, so I didn't know it, because you know, here was this young man writing away, and none of us knew that he was busy creating a masterpiece. So, but it's a charming book. It's written extremely well, and I look forward to reading his other books as they keep coming. But I can't help being an elder and telling him that, you know, his next book should be much closer to himself. It should be something that, you know, this is an experience which is fascinating, but it's too much of an objective experience. You know, I think what you should be doing also is to write something that is close to you, something that relates to you in an everyday way. And I think you will achieve that, because you have the talent, you have the ability, and you have the language that is at your command. So I think you will achieve that, and I wish you the very best in your future. And I think you will make it. I look forward to your second book, third book, the fourth book, and so on and so forth. In the meanwhile, what I would like to do is to ask you, what made you want to write a book like this? Because, you know, it's something that always fascinates me when young people sit and write or do anything, express themselves in different ways, when they are looking at the world in fascinatingly different way. You know, I mean, it doesn't seem to, it's a world of imagination. In this case, totally of your imagination, because it doesn't necessarily relate to your everyday life. And because of that, it fascinates me to know how do you do that? I mean, what makes you do that? I know I've been through that age myself, but of course I must tell you that I wasn't capable of writing. So, but anyway, I think it's a very interesting thing. And the first question I would like to ask you is, how did you come upon wanting to write a book like this and to tell a story of this kind, which is very mature in its conceptualization?
Well, I've been writing for a long time now, and slowly my writing itself has developed over the ages. And I write from what I see. I write from what I see as people around me. And the reason, as you say, I kept it in my own world, I kept it so different, is because I wanted it to be something, you know, universal. That could be picked up from someone anywhere in the world and be read. So that it was more about human emotion. It wasn't pigeonholed into some category saying, oh, you know, because this guy is this, that is why he feels this way. That is the only reason that I settled in that. And I'm writing about some pretty controversial stuff anyway. So I didn't want that blowback as well.
There's another, I mean, added to that, that's an interesting answer you've given to me. But I personally also feel that, you see, when you write, like whoever, when you're creative, when you paint a picture, you write a book, you write a fiction, like this book of fiction, or you write a short story, or maybe you make a film, or maybe, you know, so any one of the creative things that you might want to do, like poetry. All of them comes from, essentially from your own self. It doesn't come from exterior means. The exterior means are really what you use. They are your grist to the mill. Now, that particular mill in which it is working, I would like to know how, I mean, what is it that you want to say? What is it that you wish to express? You know, in this case, I can see that it's a sense of, you know, self-belief that you're dealing with. But there will be, that's a bit abstract, but what about what is it real that you would like to do in terms of wanting to write in the future? Because this is your first book. But when you want to write again and again and again, what is it that will make you go on writing?
What will make me go on writing is quite simply me, because I don't think that you choose to be a writer. The writing chooses you. So I've already got story ideas in my head, and my stories will always be about people and how I relate to them and mostly how they feel, because I feel I connect very strongly with people, and I always want to ensure that what I am seeing, what they are feeling, can be put on a page. And in the end, I think it's about trying to give them an outlet to make sure that they know that they're not the only ones feeling that they are not alone, that it's about exploring human emotion, it's about exploring people in themselves and in a larger context, because people don't exist in a bubble. People exist in the real world, so it's how real world impacts them and how they impact us. It's a paradigm.